Absolute disaster in Eindhoven as Rangers have been defeated. Yes, 5-1. You read that, you heard that correctly. And there's a lot to talk about in this game. There is a lot to talk about. And you know what? We're going to go in order and I'm going to break it down. So strap in. And I'm fuming. So let's get into it, right? So we kick off this game, right? So Fuentes doing that right hand side, tab over 10, whips it in, no takers. And I said I'm going to keep this in order. It's probably going to go into order because when you rant, it goes in any order, right? For me, Dessers is absolute pants. This guy, I mean, I don't want to repeat the joke, but everyone's saying it. The guy couldn't score in a brothel, man. He honestly couldn't. He couldn't. Great ball for Goldson over to him. And the touch is shite. And then he tries to, like, I mean, it's not far wide, but the point is it's wide. This guy offers nothing going forward. And see these people with the excuse of, oh, but he's not been given anything. To me, that's no good enough. I need something, just because he's not getting the ball played to him. And we need runs. The guy seems to be running on like 10% fitness. Like, and I've seen people actually praising his pressing. There's no pressing with this guy. Where is the pressing from Dessers? And if there is pressing, it's at 1 mile an hour, man. Honestly, right? PSV are dominating the ball, but they're not really doing anything really. There's a ball whipped in. Sangare gets his foot on it. Great save for Jack Butland. You'll be hearing that a lot. Jack Butland made a bunch of great saves. I'll tell you what, see Matondo, see the amount of times he went down that left-hand side. Either he didn't pass it to Barisic, he didn't cut in, or he just run it to the corner flag and lost it. Oh my God, man. What is going on with you, Matondo, son? Absolutely unforgivable, man. Seriously. But then the second half, I think he did pick it up. Sadly, we didn't pick it up, but they end up scoring. Sabari played in the left. Joey Fearman lofted the ball into the middle, right? And we go 1-0 down, right? Going into half time, we're 1-0 down. I can't believe I've already covered the first half because for me, that was the second half where this sad song all fell apart, right? So Sabari makes it 1-0. He was man of the match for me. I thought he was pretty outstanding. The Moroccan. Not that I really care, if I'm being brutally honest, but first half, I'm thinking, utter pish. At least we can't play any worse, right? At least we can't play any worse. Ah, well, we can. We go into that second half, right? Barisic goes down injured, looks like a calf. We have to bring a right back on for left back, and I'm sorry, Dujon Sterling just isn't fucking good enough. The guy is shite. He shouldn't be getting a game for Albion Rovers. It's as simple as that. There is people that slate Tab, they slate Barisic, and you know what? Well within reason, because defensively they're just not that. Dujon Sterling is fucking shite at defending, and he's abysmal going forward. What the fuck sort of signing's this? This guy looks pish. Every glimpse of him looks shite. Honestly. Fucking this guy belongs in the fucking Lowland League. Oh, I'm not just pinning all the blame on him, because a lot of players to get blamed, man. Honestly, sure of fucking shite this guy is. I just felt like everything in that second half came down that right-hand side, and our left, but they're right, and he just, oh my God, such infuriating. But yeah, I don't want to just, I mean, I went on a rant there, but for me, the kid's pish. Never, ever going to be anything for this club. But aye, moving on. Sabari makes it 2-0. Again, this was all his doing. Well, not all Dujon Sterling's doing, but he allows the initial ball in. Then is it Luke de Jong, I believe, who hits it back across. I think Suter had a fucking shite of the day. First half, I thought he was actually good carrying the ball forward, and then, we didn't do anything with going forward because we didn't know how to attack. But yeah, they make it 2-0 here. Suter fucking shite. Goldson I thought was shite the day. Tav, I mean, pretty much seems like every goal, somehow it's his fault. And I think we're on to something here because James Tavernier's not doing an awful lot for me. Right, and then it's funny, we go 2-0 down, and then we start playing football. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? We wait till we're 2-0 down to start playing some football. Cifuentes has a shot that's blazed over. Rabbi Matondo has a shot that's saved. Wins a corner. Goldson, then it's flicked on through the corner. Butland then makes a great save after this. Finesse, he saves it around the post. Brilliant save. He made a lot of great saves, right? Then we get a great opportunity. Lammers and Danilo's brought on. And immediately, I think Danilo's a dud, by the way. 6 million for a sack of spuds. Lammers comes on, man, and you can just see the guy is so technically gifted. The guy is so technically gifted, man. And he comes on, he changes the game. This is a guy that can change. Fucking Dessers is shite. Honestly, you look at Lammers, I know, right? I buried him when we first linked with him and we signed him. Like, this guy's just not going to get his goals. But you know what? If he can't get his goals, at least he can create them. Brilliant, man. Absolutely brilliant. Fires it across. Tavernier gets on it. Tav does what Tav does, man. And we're back in it. The momentum is all for us because PSV, despite outplaying us, sat back. We make it 2-1. Their fans are uneasy. They think, fuck, we're going to blow this again. And what do? Give away a set piece. It's whipped in. De Jong heads it into the back of the net. We've got Lammers marking De Jong. Where's Goldson? It fucking reminded me of that Europa League final where he just passed the buck to fucking Bassi, where Bassi is, oh man, I'm getting that goal. Who even scored for Frankfurt? I don't even want to remind myself who scored for Frankfurt, man. But when he just stood there and let the ball get whipped in, it was why the fuck's Goldson no on De Jong? De Jong, man, Luke De Jong, big 6 foot fucking 4, whatever he is. Whip it into the back of the net. Every ball that's getting whipped in. This guy needs to be marked. No, let's put Lammers on him. An attacker, man. It needs to be Goldson. Goldson's marking thin air. Unacceptable, man. Honestly, this is disgraceful. It really is. Like, to get yourselves back, and we were in it. Make no mistake. The tide was on our side here. And then what happens? High tide. We're in the deep water. We're drowning. We are fucking drowning, right? Butland makes another outstanding save. Phenomenal, right? Absolutely great save for Jack Butland. Matondo, lovely bit of skill here. Absolutely cuts PSV open. He hits the post. It's really unlucky. But again, this guy was shite in the first half, but in the second half, he was good. For me, he was quite good. And then what happens, guys? What happens next? Joey Fearman, unmarked, 4-1. Of course, it's Joey Fearman that scores, man. Just far too much time on the ball. Sterling is fucking shite. It's absolutely done in here. Now, I think it's at Sangare. He is in an offside position. He has put his leg out, but at the end of the day, it's not like he's blocking Butland's vision. It's not like his foot has had any input where the balls went, so I can understand why VAR didn't disallow this. But let's make no mistake about it. This was unacceptable. Unacceptable, man. It was unacceptable. Right, and then Cantwell does well. He finds Danilo. Danilo gets his shot saved. We don't really create anything, right? Ball goes back to Jack Butland. He kind of shortchanges Goldson, but Goldson easily gets on it. And then what does Goldson decide to do? He decides to blitter it into our own net to make it 5-1 PSV, man. 5-1 PSV. Holy fuck. How have we get beat 5-1 by PSV? And then to make, right, a few things happened after this that pissed me off. I don't know who the other commentator is, but you get him and McCoist making excuses for us. Oh, it's the league. What the fuck? The TV money. Oh, we're on a 29 million deal, and you know the Holland's on 180 million. Yo, I'm under no illusion, right, that like it has some effect. But see when like every goal you concede is avoidable, to me it's irrelevant. We are the team that a year and a half ago, beat Dortmund, beat Leipzig, right? Teams that are better than PSV. They are better than PSV, right? Fucking, I know Haaland was injured, but Bellingham in there? Come on. Jude Bellingham? That's just Tom Bellingham. The guy that does P1, Matt and Tommy, man, I'm fucking losing it. And like they're making excuse, and to me it's unacceptable, right? It's the same with Hibs and Villa. See when like literally every goal you concede is avoidable, it's not a difference in quality, man. It really ain't. It's like last season in the Champions League. See against Liverpool, literally every goal was avoidable. It was fucking comical defending. Now here, see the game where we get beat 3-0 by Napoli away in Naples? That was just a quality. There's quality differences, right? But see when like 90% of the goals you concede are avoidable, it's got nothing to do with quality. You know, the difference in, I mean, let's be real. I'm not the PSV squad, right? Obviously, you know, worth more money than ours. But why is McCoist and the commentator trying to make out that it is fucking completely two different ends of the spectrum. This ain't Dundee taking on PSV. This is Rangers. Honestly, I cannot grasp it. I cannot fucking grasp this gimmick of it's a cheap ass excuse, and I don't want it to be fucking used, man. See, when literally every goal's avoidable, and you know, like every goal you look at, it's like, well, he's not marking him, or he's just let that happen. I mean, across the back line, they've all cost every goal. Cifuentes was absolute shite, and for some reason now this guy doesn't have fitness in the legs. I don't understand any of that, right? And at this point, how are we getting beat 5-1? I thought the days of us getting humiliated in Europe were over when Gio gets sacked. But no, apparently they're back because Michael Beale is brought them back. And I thought the subs were an absolute catastrophe. They needed to be made at half time. He brings them on, and then man, I don't even know what to say. I just hate that excuse of the league. The league. There's not much money in Scottish football. I get that, but look at the Rangers and Celtic teams, man. There's money in them. There's money in them. Maybe if we didn't fucking run down the contracts in Morelos and Kent and Cole, we could put that money into the squad. Maybe if we actually spent some money after fucking last season qualifying for the Champions League, the golfing class wouldn't be there. I just don't understand this logic of that we're a million miles behind PS. Well, were we a million miles behind PSV last season? Like, we're led to believe tonight that PSV fucking, destroyed us because we are simply not up to the level. We have great players. Make no mistake about it. See, when they went 2-0 up, we started pummeling them, and then we gave away a cheap goal, and then the arse went. I don't understand the argument of that. See, if we're incapable, right? Well, fucking just forfeit the Champions League qualifiers. Then what's the point of turning up? See, these people that didn't want the Champions League, they wanted Europa League. Well, they've got their wish. But see, at the end, how are we ever going to get to a better level? If money's so important, then you need the Champions League. It's all hypocritical, man. And I hate I love McCoist, but the excuse of the league, it wears fucking thin. We beat Dortmund, we beat Leipzig, and now all of a sudden we fall apart against PSV, and it's the leagues. It's the TV deals, the Dutch league deal, the Dutch TV league deal's much better than ours. No, I'm no fucking buying it. It's a cheap excuse. It's like it's like when we do well, it's brilliant. On the day, blah blah blah, and then when we get beat, it's a TV deal. No fault with the players. It's a TV deal. No, I'm not fucking buying that, man. Honestly, rant aside, and then to rub salt in the wounds, Malik Tillman gets brought on, and yeah, that is where this video is ending, guys. Absolutely soul destroying. And you know what? After so much good vibes recently, good vibes. We drew PSV. Ty still alive, beat Ross County. Celtic drew, brilliant. They're out the cup, brilliant. And then going in this Old Firm now, it's like, what effect's that going to have on the confidence? Here, you could look at it two ways. It'll kill them confidence-wise, or they're going to come out with a point to prove on Sunday. Because to see if we get beat, Michael Beale, I honestly think it is near time to go. If we get beat against that Celtic team, 4 points behind, out the Champions League, fucking disgrace, gets the team wrong today. Subs were wrong, honestly. A lot of people want Beale out. I'm not quite Beale out yet. I don't want to overreact, but for me, that performance was avoidable, and it's cost us a lot of money, and it's another fucking disgraceful performance in Europe. And I think that is easily the worst performance in Europe this season out of any Scottish team. And before anyone turns around, what about Hibs 5-0 against Villa? You know what? Right, Hibs actually went for it in that game for the fucking get-go. We didn't go to it for it till we were 2-0 down. And we're not I could rant all day in this. 14 minutes, probably the longest match if you ever did. Till then though, peace.